Hello, thank you for joining with me. We are in Ken Wapnick's Journey Through the Text of A Course in Miracles, Volume 1, and we are on Chapter 6, The Lessons of Love. Picking up our reading in The Lessons of the Holy Spirit. The rest of our steps on the journey home will be done with the Holy Spirit's help, but He cannot help us until we invite Him in. This first step is the invitation. We look at how our world and thought system have been predicated on the principle of one or the other, and decide we no longer want them, for our relationships here are too painful. Besides, they do not work, and now we understand why. No love was present, since we cared only about what we would receive from the other. The ego's giving to get. Questioning that central principle of the ego's thought system is the first step, which is why Jesus says it is only preliminary. It is not even necessary that you complete the step yourself, but it is necessary that you turn in that direction. We must sincerely ask for help, acknowledging to Jesus that there is something radically wrong with how we are living. We need not know the solution to our problems, but only that we have been mistaken in our perceptions of them. Jesus' love waits on our welcome, and we need to turn to Him before we can avail ourselves of His help. This first step reflects reaching out for His outstretched hand. Having chosen to go that way, you place yourself in charge of the journey, where you and only you must remain. Jesus is not in charge of the journey. Our mind's decision maker is, depicted in the chart by the black circle at the head of the split mind. Again, our journey home cannot begin until we question the validity of our perceptions and say, as did Helen and Bill, there must be another way. This step may appear to exacerbate conflict rather than resolve it, because it is the beginning step in reversing your perception and turning it right side up. This conflicts with the upside down perception you have not yet abandoned, or the change in direction would not have been necessary. Some remain at this step for a long time, experiencing very acute conflict. Look at him, he's so cute. Say hi. Say, I'm so tired. This is a very helpful passage because Jesus is telling us that the journey will not be easy, implying that if it seems to be, we are probably not on the right one. There must be conflict because the part of us that believes in our existence believes, for example, that we are bodies studying and applying this course, is obviously not ready to let go of the mind's thought system that gave rise to that existence. We will fight against any teaching and anyone presenting that teaching that tells us what we believe about ourselves is false. This is the source of our resistance, and the reason Jesus says, "Many thought I was attacking them, even though it was apparent I was not." Are you biting me? Look how rough they play. Look at his face. He's got boo-boos. And then this is the threesome sleeping. They get louder as I'm reading. He was not attacking anyone. His light and love-filled presence simply shone away the illusion of people's existence and the thought system that gave rise to it. And so our teacher speaks of conflict. Part of us yearns to return home with the Holy Spirit, while the ego's voice says that if we continue on this journey, we will be annihilated. Mindlessness, not mindfulness, is salvation. That's what the ego is telling us. At this point, they may try to accept the conflict rather than take the next step toward its resolution. Having taken the first step, however, they will be helped. Once they have chosen what they cannot complete alone, they are no longer alone. Once again, this first step is the crucial one. In a sense, one is not serious about A Course in Miracles as a spiritual path until one has taken this step and declared again, there must be another way. This invitation to the Holy Spirit undoes the one or the other principle, for even though we are not fully ready to undo it, we at least are ready to accept that the ego thought system does not work. The discussion here is quite important, for Jesus is showing us how our resistance makes learning his simple lessons difficult. His gentle teaching would hopefully keep us from feeling guilty when we do not practice the Course as perfectly as we think we should. It also would keep us from the spiritual and psychological naivety that this is an easy journey that Jesus takes with us. How can it be easy when we identify so completely as creatures of time and space, believing that this is the dimension of our study and practice? Our strong physical identification is the basis for emphasizing that learning occurs only in the mind, not the body or brain. The thought that we as minds are not rooted in a spatial and temporal dimension is terrifying, because our identification is so clearly rooted there. And the atemporal, non-spatial reality of the mind means we are not who we think we are. And that is a perfect place to stop. I thank you so much for joining with me today. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you.